How do we do this? Please make two parentheses. In the parentheses, when you see -4 to -2, that is the interval, the x values in which we are going to see how fast is this particular function rising or falling. If it's rising, it will be a positive rate of change. If it's falling, it's a negative. We often associate average rate of change with slope. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so here are my parentheses. I know I'm going to have a -4. I need to find the corresponding y value, and a -2. I need to find also that corresponding y value. How do I find that? I simply plug this x value into the problem. I'm going to choose to rewrite this in rational exponent form. So it's going to look like this: x raised to the 1/3. These are equivalent functions. So I'm going to substitute -4 in it, and it looks like -4 raised to the 1/3 subtract 2. I'm going to substitute a -2 in. -2 raised to the 1/3 subtract 2. This is x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. Okay, let's substitute in our y's up top. So let's get the y sub 2 value, which is right here. -2 raised to the 1/3 subtract 2. That's this value. Subtract y sub 1. -4 raised to the 1/3 subtract 2. And then x sub 2, -2, subtract -4. Okay, let's do some basic work. Two negatives we know make a positive, and -2 plus 4 is +2. If you're not always so sure about your math, we could do things like, give me a second, you could plug in -2 subtract -4, and you get the same answer of +2 as if you'd have just done mental math. All right, so here's the next part. Notice that we're going to combine like terms eventually here. See this negative? It has to distribute to both things inside. So when this distributes, guess what this 2 becomes? It becomes a +2. I'm going to rewrite this numerator down here. It's -2 to the 1/3. Subtract 2. Don't distribute this negative through. Subtract -4 to the 1/3. Two negatives make a positive, +2. Four terms, combining like terms, I can see these two cancel, and I'm left with -2 to the 1/3, subtract -4 to the 1/3. Much easier to plug into the calculator. Grab your calculator. In parentheses, -2 raised to the 1/3 in parentheses, subtract, in parentheses, -4 raised to the parentheses to the 1/3. Can you raise your hand if you have the same answer in the numerator position that I do? Hands up high. Now divide that quantity by 2, and the directions say to round our answer to the nearest hundredth, which would make this answer 0.16.